Hey guys, Dustin here, CEO of 630. Today we're going to answer the question, where to store your electric bike. Stick around. Okay, so today we're going to answer the question, where to store your electric bike. But before we jump in, don't forget, hit that subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630 about everything we're doing, and especially our weekly, monthly, and app giveaways. So hit subscribe so you can stay in the know about everything that's going on. All right, so let's answer the question, where to store your electric bike. Now, obviously, different from a regular bike, an electric bike has mechanical parts on it, wiring, things that could get really damaged in a situation of water leaking into it. Now, most electric bikes are going to be sealed, so there's not really a risk if you're out in the rain or something for water to get in and affecting the electrical components, but there is always a chance if a bike gets super wet or if moisture accumulates on it for it to seep through a crack and damage the bike. So with that said, best place absolutely to store your bike would be in a covered, enclosed area. A garage would be fine. If you can bring it in the house, even better, which is a more climate-controlled environment. But just like a car, you know, everything is enclosed on an electric bike, so a garage should be fine. Now, without a doubt, 100%, I would not store your electric bike outside. The problem with that is there's going to be lots of moisture in the air depending on the time of the year. In particular, if you're close to the ocean or a body of water, there's going to be a lot of moisture that would just accumulate on the bike. And not only does that risk affecting the electrical components, but it's going to affect just the normal components of the bike. In particular, the chain, no matter how high a quality the metal is, if you leave something outside just for a long period of time, rust will accumulate. Now, if it's a very high quality metal, most likely you could get the rust off, but still you're going to run that risk. And if you're spending, $1,000, $2,000 on an electric bike, the wise choice is keep it covered, keep it indoors. A garage is fine, but if you can find a climate-controlled environment, it should be fine as well. Now, there's also these storage sheds for bikes in particular. Not necessarily for bikes, but they're geared for bikes. Some of the shorter ones that maybe could fit 2 or 3 bikes. We've had questions around, are those okay? And it's hard to say. I personally actually had one at my house, and I stored some electrical scooters that we had made as prototypes out there. Pulling them in and out, it seemed fine. However, would I want to store my daily rider out there? I wouldn't. I still think, those things are going to be less climate controlled compared to a garage. They're going to be getting hot and cold, and moisture is going to get in. Those storage compartments are not airtight. So it's definitely not ideal. If that is your best case scenario for you and you have no other alternatives, then I would say it's okay. I would also recommend, though, if you are going to leave it outside in that shed, throw a cover on it as well. Why not? The more barriers of protection, the better. But if you can avoid it, don't store it out there. My other suggestion then is if you're going to leave the bike outside, bring the battery inside. Again, you don't want to make the lithium-ion batteries go through too much hot and cold temperature. Just in general, the lithium-ion batteries can be sensitive overall. They could lose their charge if stored in a temperature not around room temperature on average. So if it's getting too cold, too hot, but maybe in the summer you could keep out in the storage shed. In the winter, bring it into the garage or somewhere better climate controlled. Again, it's your investment, so we want to protect it. So number 1 best option, inside the house, complete climate control. Number 2, in the garage. Number 3, in a storage shed. Absolutely, unequivocally, do not leave it outside, not even with a cover. It's just not going to be able to protect all the moisture that can seep in and get there. And over time, if you leave it outside, even with a cover, it's inevitable some moisture is going to get somewhere and cause damage. So, all right, I hope that answers the question of where to store the bike. If you have any other questions, please comment below or email us, the team at 630.com, or call us 310-982-2877. And don't forget, browse our electric bikes on our website. We have a huge selection, men's and women's, all different types of colors. And the bonus, we have a 365-day return policy. If you don't love your bike within 365 days, send it back, 0 questions asked. In addition to that, take our Body Fit quiz. Our Body Fit quiz will take answers that you give about your body and your life and recommend the perfect electric bike for your body and your riding habits. And lastly, download our app. You can be a part of the leaderboard and join our community to see how others are riding their bikes on a weekly basis. And we do giveaways on a weekly, monthly basis for the leaderboard and other participation elements. And we give away bikes, accessories, and e-bikes. All right, so thanks for sticking around. And don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.